No, Julia, I don't care if some people call it bestiality. They're just like YouTube comments that say I deserve to be murdered. It just increases my resolve. I gotta go, baby doll. I got another call. Who? Do I have to? Look, I know I'm all here, and I've got other better things to do, people. Fine. Well, guess I have to do it. Guess I gotta review Breaking Dawn Part 1. Why? Because I subject myself to this torture, folks. I don't know why. I still truly don't to this day. It's just everyone else. If everyone else does it, then why not me? So what I think? Well, let's start off with the good. What's good is that they finally, after 4 movies, made Bella a real human person. She's not gaping, she's not staring, she's not stumbling around like a meth addict looking for her next fix. Fear the film fan copyright quote, by the way. She's not clinically nuts. She just makes the most stupid, dumbest decisions you've ever seen in your life. She's a real, normal, human, 18-year-old girl. 4 movies, mind you. 4 movies took them to do this. And it actually made me care about her character. I don't know if it's how Kristen played her or how the role was written, but it's just, you blame, maybe it's testament to the book, the way the book was written by Stephenie Meyer. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, there's really a really intruding thing in the movie. It's during Bella's and Edward's wedding. Like, Bella's walking down the aisle, cut to Stephenie Meyer in the crowd. What the hell? It was this random thing. It was like, hi, is there Stephenie Meyer? There was no other focus in that shot. It was just, bam, here's Stephenie's cameo. Okay, back to the movie. That was just weird and random. But, and, very pretty imagery in this movie. I like the imagery. They go to Rio and, dance. They added a lot of stuff in this movie. I'll get to that later. Very pretty imagery. I liked Isle Esme. That was cool. This is a very good looking movie. You can say that about all the Twilight movies. They're all good looking. But the problem I had with Breaking Dawn, since it's a 2-parter, it really feels, I know this is weird for one part, but the first part felt like 2 totally separate movies. First half of the movie feels like your average Twilight movie, but with a touch lighter. It's because it's at the wedding, it's very romantic, they're at the honeymoon, and they, as I said before with Bella, they really humanize her a lot. There's this one scene, I don't want to spoil it, but you'll know it when you see it. There's a scene where, well, it really humanizes her, and they play, like, all this, play, like, really corny pop music. There's just a lot of that in that movie, actually. But, it's like the lighter, kind of ravaged teen comedy version of Twilight. As weird as that sounds. But then the second half, after Bella gets pregnant, that's where things go downhill. That's where the movie gets dark and weird and kind of creepy and really disturbing and really, should I be watching this? And not in the way you'd think. Because they have some really disturbing imagery when Bella gets pregnant. And in fact, there's one scene they go inside her, which is like my #1 fear. I cannot stand anything having to do with anyone's internal workings or anything. That's why that certain film traumatizes me so much. But very disturbing things in this movie. But during the birth scene, that's where I, for once, said, I kind of went on a roller coaster in this movie. Then, when like Bella lost her virginity, I was saying, okay, you're showing us a lot here. Why not just make it R? Because you see a lot in this movie with regards to the sex. And then when the birth scene comes out, I'm like, thank God for the PG-13. I don't want to see any of this. Although, movie fans are going to hate me for making this comparison. But it reminded me of 127 Hours. It was used sparingly and done artistically, and it made me cringe a couple times, but I guess it's not a good movie for making you cringe, but I don't know if this was a good movie or a bad movie. Actually, not so. It wasn't bad. It was weird. This is a weird movie. Its tone was all over the map. The acting was okay, very good from Kristen Stewart. Finally, thank you God. Robert Pattinson was, I'm sorry, but he was really bad in this movie. He was just blander than ever. Actually, he was at least interesting in the other movies. This one, he was just flat out bland. Taylor Lautner was good. By the way, never mind. The acting was okay. They added a lot of stuff. Like, if you're a Twilight fan, if you've read the books, then you're gonna be like, what? This will have some surprises for you. But at the end of the day, this is kinda... It's the most different of the Twilight movies, and I'm trying to decide if that's in good or a bad way. I still haven't decided yet. Just, there were some good parts about it. I didn't the first half, I wasn't cringing, like, I wasn't going, oh god. But there were some scenes, like, Twilight has pretty much become the king of pointless dream sequences. There's so many pointless dream sequences in Twilight I can't even count. And it's not as bad as, in this movie it's not as bad as, say, the opening of New Moon. Still haven't forgiven that movie. There are some pointless dream sequences in this movie, but they don't distract. There are some things that distract from this movie. As I said, pretty much the end. But I'd give it, at the end of the day, I'd give it either 2.5 or 3. Somewhere around that ballpark. Would I recommend it? I don't know. It's a hard movie. It's a hard movie to sum up in words. It has some weird things in it, but doesn't matter what I say. This movie's gonna make a bajillion freaking dollars. I guess it's my 2 cents on Breaking Dawn. Am I looking forward to the next part? But I don't know. I'm kind of glad they got all the graphic stuff out of the way, so we can have a more average Twilight movie. But still trying to figure this one out. This was a weird one, folks. So I guess that's everything. Hold on. Hey babe, I'm back. So I just had to do this stupid thing for the fans. That's filthy.